Welcome to the Rundown. It's Thursday, January 25th. Rough and Rowdy returns to Providence, New England.
That's right.
On Thursday, January 25th, with 20 amateur matchups and boxing chaos like you've never seen before. Dave Portnoy, Big Cat, Robbie Fox, Roan, Caleb, Large, Jersey Jerry, Frank the Tank all return on commentary for 3 hours of entertainment. Main events include a dwarf title fight.
Yeah, 25 Cent. I think it's one of the. No, that's the actual guy's name. It's 25 Cent.
Bobby Lang defending his heavyweight belt against a 6'6" monster. Vicky D versus a 39-year-old angry mom. And Lord Burns versus a backflip ninja. Live ring girl contest after the final bell. Pay-per-view is available to watch on buyrnr.com. That's buyrnr.com with replay available until the following week. Come watch New England locals settle their feuds with fists and spit. It's going to be a night full of pure disrespect.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any enemies?
I try not to.
Like anyone you will get in the ring with?
No, I would never fight anyone.
Never?
Never.
No one slighted you in the past?
Oh, they have, and I hate some people, I'm sure.
There's definitely people you would fight.
Yeah.
There's sometimes, every now and then you'll talk about someone in a way where I'm like, Clemmer wants to hurt this man.
I would feel horrible if I hurt someone, and I would feel horrible if I got hurt. So I also don't want to get hit in the head. It seems scary to me.
You would die. Or disintegrate.
I think you'd be fine.
Clemmer?
I think if we could find someone who had the same body as Clemmer.
Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird.
That could be a really...
How about you? Do you want to fight?
No, absolutely not.
Yes, I'm the same boat.
No, but I'm not disagreeing with you.
Ken Jack is too, like...
fat?
Not fat. I think you just have like a very like standard man body.
That's,
there are a lot of Ken Jacks out there. I think there's not a lot of Chris Clemmers out there.
I think Tweety Bird, the guy that Dave bought the new teeth for, I think he'd be a good matchup for Clemmer.
Nah, he's messed out.
I would never.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight. It sounds. I'm also 44 years old. That's.
You could.
Give Clemmer,
that's the last thing I need.
Would you smoke meth before you got married?
No, I would never. No, I haven't. I'm trying to gain weight. What can I do to gain weight? What drug gains you the weight?
Weed, brother.
I do gummies. That doesn't even help.
You being on trend would be very funny. Like you like getting like roided out, huge.
Yeah.
That'd be a great bit for you.
That'd be wild.
Probably fuck up your liver though.
Probably would.
Like that's the thing. If you take steroids.
I'm not gonna do these things, but I'm glad those people are doing because I love Rough and Rowdy.
R&R's like one of the most entertaining things this company does. It's like every single time, like you'll see like the amateur guys, like the actual bad fighters. Those are super funny, but then the actual real fighters, like the Bobby Langs, like they're actually really good.
He's fighting that freak show too, that Polish guy.
Huge.
I didn't know he had fought before.
There's also a fight of like giants. This is one I'm. They didn't have that in the promo.
7-footers.
2 7-foot, and these guys are scary, and that's what I'm.
We got a lot of like pituitary gland issues.
Yeah, in both directions.
In both directions.
Or horizontal and vertical, like a lot of problems.
A lot of like growing problems.
Yeah.
But it's entertaining. I mean, it's trash. It's Massachusetts trash, which I love, which I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, New England. I mean, I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great news for our guy Ken Jack over here. Jim Harbaugh is hired by the Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh officially leaves Michigan to accept the head coach position with the Los Angeles Chargers. Michigan is reportedly offering Harbaugh a deal that would have made him the highest paid coach in college football history. Michigan reportedly looking to promote Sharon Moore to head coach. He's the guy that coached when Harbaugh was out for those 4 games. He's currently the offensive coordinator. But let's talk Chargers because you are amped up.
Yeah, the Chargers is like the big thing with them is they never get the guy and they never spend money on coaches ever. So like for them to actually spend money on giving a 5-year deal is fucking crazy. Just not something I didn't even consider it as an option until like the wheels started rolling a little bit. And like this, and I was tweeting it out before when it happened. I think this is the singular biggest moment in my fandom as a Charger. Because before that, it's like getting to the AFC Championship and getting blown up by the Patriots, the undefeated Patriots, with like an injured LT and Gates. Like that was a bad moment.
Drafting LT?
Like that moment, and the moments, that's not like the moment. You know what I mean? Like we got the guy. This is the biggest moment. And every other moment was turned into a bad one, whether it's the Jags loss, whether it's like every single other playoff loss. It's just bad. But this is a good moment. In almost... Like, there's no way it could go bad. Like, I can't tell my brain. I'll say it. I'll say it. There's no way.
Curse the whole thing.
There's no way it could go bad. I'll say it. And
Double
I'll stand
down.
by.
Don't triple down.
Fucking put me up on the cross, nails through their fucking hands. I will stand by that. I'll die on that hill.
You just cursed the whole goddamn season.
Dude, there's no way to curse the Chargers. There's no way.
I guess you can only go up.
Exactly.
So, would you have rather had Belichick or Harbaugh?
I think it would depend because I don't want them to have to give up picks for a coach. That sucks. Like, there's no way to put it around.
But Belichick's free agent. I mean, Belichick can go.
They would ask for the 5th overall pick. I don't want to give that up for Bill Belichick.
Can do
No,
that.
you can get
players for coaches picks. You do that.
That's what Sean Payton got. The Broncos give up.
But Belichick is a free man. He can go anywhere else. There's no on the other side. Like the Falcons get Belichick. They don't have to.
They don't have to.
That was the agreement they made. They parted ways. Belichick is completely.
Well, I guess in that case, it would still, I'd rather something new, I guess, because I don't like Belichick, the GM, which we talked about last time on the rundown.
Right.
And whatever you want to say about Harbaugh, like when he went to the NFL, like he took all the guys he helped recruit, whether he didn't get them or not, and like his actual like ability in the GM-ish role was really, like it's proven to be really well done. So I like that a lot.
You got the guy you wanted.
I think we got, yeah, that was the number one guy.
I cannot wait to see Justin Herbert with a real coach.
Yeah, I agree.
think he's
in a running game.
Yes.
He's never had a 1,000-yard rusher in his entire career. He's been in the league 4 years. Never had a 1,000-yard rusher.
Wow.
Which is an insane thing for a quarterback at that level. When you don't have to, when you have to worry about the pass that much. If you can't get a runner past 1,000 yards, it's fucking crazy.
You're in the same division as the Chiefs. Where do you see the Chargers finishing next year?
I don't know if we win the West next year, but I think that because they're in cap hell next year. They're paying $20 million to fucking J.C. Jackson, which, by the way, thanks Raiders for hiring Tom Telesco, you fucking loser bozos. But yeah, so maybe not next year, but I think the year after that, they're winning the West.
All right. Big words from Kendrick. Big words. Nothing can go wrong with this. Justin Herbert blows the Achilles out in the first quarter of week 1.
So fucking cursed, dude. There's no way it can go but up. Can't be disappointed.
That is insane. Luka Doncic had a fan ejected mid-game. This was disappointing.
Dude, this was I can't
Soft
believe
as baby
you can get ejected from a game for calling a player fat.
I mean, this is reportedly the fan yelled, "Luka, you're tired. Get your ass on the treadmill," which is pretty tame. Luka flagged down the ref, pointed out the fan, and security kicked him out of the arena. Post-game, Luka said, "He was cursing me the whole first half. I would never eject a fan." Well, you did. "They pay for tickets, but I had enough." Well,
I would never eject a fan. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
I don't think Luka's that thick. Like, has he slowed down that much? Like, Zion is obviously, like, gets just eviscerated. Like, Stephen A. Smith will go after Zion and be like, "You fat motherfucker."
Luka just doesn't get hurt.
I don't think Luka's that. Has he even slowed down?
But, like, I think the deal with Zion
He could lose weight.
Zion just misses so many games. And,
Let's
like,
talk
Luka really
about-
doesn't, so.
Yeah, let's talk about his body shape.
It looks good.
But find one of him on the court. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like the skinniest player in
he
the world.
looks like he's built like an 8th grader. Just a little
he
bit
went to
chubby.
a weird school.
A little bit chubby, runs leaning forward a little too much.
Yeah.
How's his season been?
I mean, it's good. I feel
He's
like
been
it's
good.
good as
Mavericks
always.
been good this year.
Yeah. It's
They
been
got Kyrie, but they're off to a good start.
The insults that hurt the most are the ones that are true.
I will say
He
that.
knows he's got to get on the treadmill.
Yeah.
If he was in peak shape, he wouldn't have pointed that guy and got him out.
great
He knows he can be
That's
doing
a
a little
great
bit more to get in fucking shape, and it probably cut to the core of him, and so he kicked him out, and now things have reversed, and now he's getting all the attention on it.
Them and the Suns have a little bit of a rivalry going, and like the Mavs have definitely had owned the Suns over the last couple of years and knocked them out of the playoffs constantly, and like him and Booker hate each other's fucking guts. And the fact that Booker was blowing the Mavericks up that whole game definitely hurt them too. So like I think that he just hit that point. But that is soft as baby shit to get a fan ejected for that.
You see, Booker asked for the fans' information.
Yeah, yeah. That's why he's the best.
Oh, that's so
great.
good.
Should give him front row tickets for all the.
I fucking hope. That's amazing.
I think they did the same thing with the Suns and 4 guy.
Oh.
If I remember right, in the Jazz game.
It's got to be tough, though, like just getting yelled at about your body. And, well, I guess you kind of go through it.
Yes, here every day at work.
Yes. Just constantly getting shamed about your body.
Yes. By people who are like kind of gross looking toads themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck are you people to say anything about me?
Anyone in particular?
No. I'll save that for the end.
You know what's really fun is, I know we were doing this on the bracket last episode, just making fun of Dana for being fat every time.
Oh my God.
It makes me laugh every time.
We're in a very pro-body shaming
Yes.
office, which is fine.
I'd say half the conversations we have. Luka Doncic would not do well in this office.
No, Luka would.
Try to get us fired.
Yeah, Luka would go up to Kim on the 4th floor and try and get us fired.
Jon Stewart returning to host The Daily Show. Jon Stewart has agreed to a deal with Comedy Central that will have him host The Daily Show on Monday nights in 2024 throughout the election. Stewart hosted The Daily Show from 1999 to 2015 before Trevor Noah took over. You kind of give a fist pump, you big Jon Stewart guy?
I like Jon Stewart, but I think more importantly, and I want to ask you guys a genuine opinion on this. I don't think Trevor Noah is funny at all.
I don't either.
Not even a little bit.
So I saw Trevor Noah at the Comedy Cellar before he got the Daily Show job. He was funny. Trevor Noah on the Daily Show is not funny at all.
No, not even a little.
Painfully unfunny.
It's just the writers. It's like the writers' room is just so like.
It's like I'm better than
you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, it was biased with Stewart too, though. That's the only thing. But
but I think Stewart was like the head of the writers' room.
he's very clever.
I think he should have done more than just a Monday night, like a Monday night. 1 day a week. That's like a Nate Dogg radio schedule. You're getting 1 day a week. If he's going to do it, you got to commit to do the whole thing.
I don't think he won. He doesn't seem like he did that Apple thing for a while. Then Apple
that sucked, right?
Yeah, that didn't work. I think also like there was some issues where like I guess he was like insulting China, and Apple didn't like that. Weird stuff going on there. And I will say, I don't know if you guys probably way before your time, but Craig Kilborn hosted Daily Show before Jon Stewart. He was really funny and nasty. Jon Stewart is funny. I like him a lot. 1 night a week, but I guess
I just hope he's not too serious. Like I hope every time I see him online, he's like getting into like he's like pulling up receipts with a congressman. It's like ugh. Like I don't care about this. Just make fun of people.
Yeah,
that's all it has to be.
I saw the one with the Republican guy about like gun control or something like that, and I'm like, it's like I get you're owning him, blah blah blah. Like you're dunking, I don't care. Like be funny, like you know what I mean.
Also, you have a half hour you have 22 minutes and a half hour TV to squeeze in. Like I'd be curious to see if he's going to. I actually worked for Larry Wilmore, who took over the Daily Show for like probably 2 years. Yeah. And his head writer was this guy, Rory Albanese, who was also Jon Stewart's head writer. He worked for him as a PA and worked his way up to executive producer, head writer. Rory Albanese, I might be saying that wrong, was one of the funniest people I have ever met in my life. So if Jon Stewart taps him, he's a comedian who's passed at the Cellar, all this. So I can't believe I forgot I even worked there. If he brings back like Rory and those guys to write the show, I mean, they were like bitingly funny. They would walk into our production meeting every day, and Rory, it was like he was just like doing a set for 10 minutes. Here's the show, here's the show. So I think if there's turnover in the writer's room, I think that's good. If not, it's going to be fucking Libby bullshit, which is basically all that that was
the Trevor Noah version was basically. It's like it's holier than thou, kind of not funny bits. It's like storytelling.
Yeah.
You know?
You also see the jokes coming a mile away because it's so biased.
Yeah.
Same thing with the late night, like with Kimmel and with Colbert. I feel like the jokes are so telegraphed because you just know where their direction is.
So I guess the other question is like, and this has been like talked about with like political comedy for a while, like how much stuff is beyond satire, right? Where it's like the biggest joke, like over the top joke they would make on the Daily Show in 2008 is something like Trump would just do. And that would not even make news headlines at all. So like maybe is that going to be something that affects them?
What do you mean?
Especially during this election cycle, because like everything that like their ceiling of like hyperbole, right, is stuff that like now just happens.
Right.
So like how do you go beyond that next level, I guess?
Yeah, I think I get it. It's like how do you make like Trump is the joke, obviously. Like everything he does is hilarious. Like everything.
So how do you top that?
How do you like make it just like haha? How do you go beyond haha? Look what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what else is there to do?
Like if George Bush said like the thing like about John McCain that Trump said, right?
Yeah.
Like that would be the Daily Show's material for like a month.
Yes. Right.
And like now that like passed by like it was nothing. You know, so I don't know how they like kind of find a good level, I guess.
I think it is smart for him to come back during an election year because it's always going to be material as opposed to coming back, say, the year after when there's less stuff to talk about.
I don't know how much he got paid.
Oh, my God. I'm sure they gave him
Oh, yeah. But how much do you think he got paid for a night a week?
I imagine it's a fortune. I imagine it's pretty.
There you go.
Do we have it?
It's probably fucking.
I didn't see the announcement because I was looking for it.
But I remember when I was on Larry Wilmore, the show started to like suck because Larry wasn't into it, and Jon Stewart came in and gave this like rah-rah like interview rah-rah speech to everyone, and then Larry just quit. And was out of a job. Oh, here you go. Oh no, that's advertising mode.
Contract. Okay.
I don't know, man. I think the writers who were on that show originally, you got to bring them back. That's why all the late night shows suck now because the writers
Same
are
with SNL
all,
too.
Like these elitist, like super left-leaning, like Harvard, like. I don't think humor is funny, or like the brand of humor that I don't like is when people are like, haha, I can't believe you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like that's not funny.
The dunk culture kind of sucks.
I completely agree. And I think you need more balanced measurement.
Right.
Liberals can make fun of conservatives, that's fine, but you also have to have conservatives.
You got to hire a Jack Mac.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Hire Jack Mac in the writer's room for Daily Show. My God.
This is a weird story. A Chiefs fan mysteriously found dead in a doctor.
Hey, John, okay, hold on. John Rich, you put 800 words on the description for this. You got to parse this down.
Trying to explain the whole thing. You got to know all the details.
Parse this down more for a guy.
I'll do the Cliff Notes version. On January 7th, a group of fans went to the home of Jordan Willis to celebrate a Chiefs win.
Names already too much.
The one name. This is a guy who owned the home.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordan Willis went to bed. When he woke up, his friends were quote unquote gone, but the cars were still in the driveway. Basically, for 2 days, they couldn't reach Jordan Willis. They tried calling him. He wouldn't answer the phone. He wouldn't answer the door. Finally, the significant other of one of these missing guys broke into his home, went in the backyard, found the three friends dead. Willis claims they have no idea what happened, assumes they froze to death. Police showed up that morning. Willis answered the door in his boxers holding an empty wine glass, which is bizarre. Way to, with your friends are missing. You'd think you'd be worried. Police oddly say foul play is not suspected. The deaths are not being investigated as a homicide. People obviously think Willis might know more.
Yeah, Willis is guilty. Like, what is this? Are we serious right now? Like, obviously Willis did it. He left and he came back and he answered the door with a glass of wine.
Guilty as hell.
Yeah.
Can we
Say they're not investigating him.
Can we do the hypothetical
Who's he know?
here?
Who's he in bed with?
Let's say
I'm afraid to even talk about
let's say
this.
Let's say they OD'd and he put the bodies outside, which is weird and bizarre and shitty thing to do to your friends and their loved ones. That still is a crime. Like you can't.
Moving a dead body is a crime?
Yeah.
It is, right?
And not alerting the authorities. Yes, you can't.
It's like something of a dead body. I forget what.
So everyone was partying there, and the guy who answered the door is not the owner of the house. It's a guy who broke in.
No, the owner answered the door. The girlfriend broke in.
Oh, the girlfriend broke her. Oh yeah, the owner knows what happened.
Of course, he's in his backyard.
Yeah, investigate. What is this? Where is this happening?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, please investigate this. This is obviously.
Their cars were still in the driveway for 2 days, and he claims he didn't check his backyard.
He didn't check. Right.
Unless he's in like a fucking K-hole.
Yeah, big
for
time
2
K-hole.
days.
And also, he has dogs, but apparently, so you'd think they'd let him out the back, but apparently the dogs were like at his mom's house for those 2 days. It's just the sketchiest. Everything is so sketchy, and apparently this guy.
And the cops just like cleared him right there. Like, yeah, no chance.
That's what they're saying. I don't know if they really did. They're doing an autopsy on these people.
And these aren't
now,
just friends. If these are guys that he knew since high school. Like they've been friends for like 20 years. This isn't like
Leonardo.
Work friends that just met. Yeah. Like imagine if my friends, like I would be so heartbroken and concerned and worried like any of us would be if our childhood friends were gone. This guy didn't seem to give a fuck.
I can think of a few I'd let go.
He's also, people say he's like, they say he's like a super genius. Like one of those guys who's just like crazy smart, like talks over people, thinks he's better than everybody. That's the report. I don't know how true that is.
Doctor.
But people are calling him like a genius type person.
Hey,
Why
he's
the
so smart. Why'd he leave fucking 20 dead bodies in his backyard?
So you knew he could get away with it. Why are the Chiefs getting dragged into this? Like, why is this?
They were celebrating a Chiefs win.
Yeah.
They came over to his house. They're celebrating a
Watch the game
Chiefs
maybe.
win.
Good Lord.
People have speculated. I don't want to get in trouble. I saw one TikTok of people speculating that they were like a drugs group of people.
It has to be. Yeah. That's the only reason. Sober people don't show up at a house, and 3 of them end up dead.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing that sober people
It's like
do.
the plot of the new season of True Detective, basically.
Yeah.
They find a bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah, a bunch of frozen dead bodies.
Yeah, a very odd story for sure. A Colorado pastor has been busted in a $3 million crypto scheme. He said that God told him to do it. A pastor is being charged by the SEC for selling millions of dollars worth of worthless cryptocurrency. Of the $3.4 million they've raised, the pastor and his wife pocketed $1.3 million of it.
I love it.
Got to take your third. The cryptocurrency they were selling is called Index, INDX, coin that had no exit, meaning investors had no way of taking their money out. That sounds horrible. Pastor and his wife said they knew what they were doing was illegal, but God told them to do it. And they trusted that God would come up with something eventually to make it all okay. Pastor says that him and his wife are still praying about the situation and are confident God will come up with some sort of miracle to save them. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I love anyone who dies on a hill, and I love an open crook. Like I love someone who believes their own lies. I saw the video of this guy. He's probably like early 30s.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Late 20s. So he's plugged into the internet. He knows what's going on. God is the way to get out of God. Is the way to get out of anything.
Literally anything you want.
Blame it on God. It's like a catch-all.
It's so funny too because he talks about it in the video. He's like, yeah, like I made this X amount of money, like $3 million, and I got $1 million after the taxes, and then I had to do a home reno with $800,000 that God told me to do. I swear to God, he says God told me to do a fucking kitchen reno.
Who was the guy who did the? Remember the guy who like had a private plane and he like yelled at the woman about going?
Oh, the Billy Graham, like one of those big.
Jim Baker was
like something like that.
Him and Tammy Faye.
Yeah, this was a guy who was like different. He's like, "Don't you ever say that," and he screamed at him. I don't know. This guy's not going to jail, right? There's no way.
I don't know.
He had to forfeit all the money or something.
But that's not like, I guess that is a lot of money, but in terms of like a Ponzi scheme, like which is what you're doing, like that's not that good. I feel like I could scam people out of more money than that. You definitely could.
He can go to jail for this.
How much money could you successfully scam someone out of if you had to?
Oh, I feel
if you really like dug deep and you put a lot of thought into it.
So I worked for
everyone you know.
I worked for a check writing company. I did the software. So I could have written checks to myself for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, because I had huge companies that had that money in there. So I could have written a check to myself for $3 million and jumped on a plane to Aruba without a problem. I would never do that. The guilt would drive me. It's not even like me being a good person. Just the guilt would just drive me insane.
What about like a bank? You would feel guilty for a bank?
Yeah, because someone's got to pay for it. The FDIC would cover some of it. That's our money.
Yeah.
That's the government's money. We had higher tax. No, don't steal. Don't rip people off. It's bad.
Government spends plenty of money on stupid shit, Clemmer.
Shit. No, that's true. That's true.
I feel like if I really like tried to scam people I know, I could maybe get like $500,000.
You think so?
Max.
I think so.
Like if I really
What would
pushed
your
it.
scam be?
I don't know what my scam would be. I'm just thinking about like the people I know and like the people I could like really like lean on to be like, hey, I need this money. Maybe $500,000.
Do you think people would trust you enough? See, I would trust Ken Jack more than you.
No.
Like if Ken Jack's like, I need $1,000, I'd be more likely to give
me
it to him.
$1,000?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But I would be more likely than to give it to Pat. I think not that I don't love Pat, but Pat is more nefarious.
Have you ever been approached to lend someone money? I don't think I have.
I have a little bit, like not.
Like $100 here and there, but never's been like, hey man,
I'm talking like $1,000 or more.
$1,000 you've loaned out?
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. I don't think so.
No. You have to.
Good thing.
Depends,
We
I
have good
know
friends. We
people
have
who
good
have done
friends.
it for friends and they've given them like.
Depends on the circumstance. I have
thousands of
friends that
dollars.
would ask me for $10,000, I'd give it to them a heartbeat. I have friends that ask me for $30, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on
agree.
the situation.
Well, you have an excuse now. You could always just say, God told you not to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's just like if there's no exit, like if you're investing in this and there's no exit plan, like that is like,
So I don't fuck with
okay,
crypto.
you don't look into how you're going to get your money back. Isn't that like the number one thing?
I think they were trying to, right? And that's kind of how it all came.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't fuck with crypto.
I don't. I know some people.
I do.
Bitcoin's doing very well, I guess. But
I do.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an exit strategy?
No. My exit strategy is to rely on God.
Rely on God. Rely on God. There you go.
But I wouldn't scam anyone, for the record.
Yeah, no, it
we
wouldn't.
have we have Rough and Rowdy tonight. We mentioned 8 p.m. Obviously, buy rnr.com. Only $19.99. I think that's cheaper than normal. So
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great bargain. It's so much goddamn entertainment.
And it's like Thursday night. Like that's a great way. I think I don't know, it might have been your tweet, but someone was saying how like you have football on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Well, this takes the place of that. It's
Yeah, dude, it's so much entertainment. Like, and beyond the fights, like all the commentary stuff is always hysterical. Caleb and Rome.
Massachusetts too. You go tonight at 8 p.m. Go to buyrnr.com. Crack open a couple Four Locos. You watch Large. You watch Roan. You watch Dave. They got Bobby Lang. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning, fighting that huge guy. I kind of hope the huge guy wins, just because it'll be better for like the
Drama.
Bobby Lang doesn't go down though. Like he'll take the punches.
right.
I love Bobby Lang. His
too.
accent is so great.
Yeah, oh, he's trash. The
Yeah.
accent is Bobby. I'll respect the accent is trash, which I love.
Yeah.
It's right near Duncan Center. Is right near. What's that strip club?
I don't know. I never been to strip club.
Foxy something.
Foxy Ladies, where Mo Vaughn went.
That's where Mo Vaughn went.
Vaughn went
That's
there.
right.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, now I need to see this.
That's
Give me a look at Foxy
so when I
Ladies.
first started here years ago, I went there for a bachelor party and I wrote a review on this strip club. And the strip club sent me a bunch of merch. It might be Sapphires. Look at Sapphires in Providence. But they always get shut down and then they like reopen up. I imagine they're gonna be fucking bumping tonight. If you're a Providence trash bag and you know what this is, sound off in the comments.
the only
below.
picture they have is just.
No, is that it? It's like a parking lot. Look up Foxy Lady.
Foxy
Yeah, I
Lady.
want to see Foxy
Glass
Ladies.
Slipper was another one.
Foxy Lady is definitely.
There she is.
Yeah, Mo Vaughn got
Ah,
into
yes.
a car accident.
Zoom in
Even that
here.
place.
Ah, the Foxy Lady. I remember going there as a mid-20-somethings for a Providence, Rhode Island bachelor party. You want to talk about a destination
Really?
bachelor
You
party?
would go there?
Oh, no, I went there for just a bachelor party.
Yeah.
Dude, all nude, no bottoms?
Oh,
This is
yeah,
crazy.
these are not, I mean,
No
this
cover.
is not like,
Before 8 p.m.
you know, top of the line establishment here.
Do you not, question, do you
I
not
still
have
work
to,
out in the shirt they gave me.
Do you not have to pay a cover?
No, of course.
If you
have
walk,
to
no,
pay
if you
for it.
walk up and you're like,
Oh,
I'm not into this.
no, they'll, yeah, I think that's a red flag for bouncer. They're like, yeah, you and the rest of the guys, buddy, you're not into this.
Yeah.
The love in the club.
Oh, that's nice.
Smash your pass.
Free admission for all couples. That's sweet.
You can say anything on here, I'll say smash.
You can bring your loved one. Thursdays, they have $100.
Belvedere.
Forbidden and submissive.
That sounds your kind of
Oh
thing.
my God.
Jack.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you
got
like that.
leather play in this place?
A little leather play. Tito's Titties Tuesdays.
Dude.
Big game watch.
Big game watch
party.
party. I mean, yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be.
I mean, yeah,
if you go to a strip club for the Super Bowl,
Imagine that halftime show.
The crazy thing about this is
that's a great point.
Everyone drives there.
Yeah.
So everyone drives there and it just gets buckled. And then it's like, how's everyone getting home?
What's happening to move on?
It rings at like 11:30. Everyone's like, all right.
That's exactly what happened. You got in a car accident leaving the Foxy Lady. It was a little bit of scandal back.
Can you look at the menu real quick, John? Before we go anywhere on the Foxy Ladies page.
Ken Jack's all boned up on the leather night.
Oh, we got food.
I mean, that's a great menu.
What do we got? A cheese quesadilla?
Coconut
Foxy
shrimp.
tenders, Foxy wings, mozzarella. This is a classy joint.
This is a Providence, Rhode Island. This is a Providence, Rhode Island like establishment. What's it called? Like when something's well known in an area.
Like I forget what you call it.
I wish John was here because I yelled at him. There was some club everyone used to go to in Providence. It was like you'd walk downstairs.
I mean, it's an iconic part of Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
Is that safe to say?
Menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love the idea of like, make sure you get the meatballs at Foxy Ladies.
But you got to get
something we
the
just
shrimp
saw.
cocktail. I heard is fantastic at Foxy Ladies.
I went to Magic City in Atlanta with Willie Colon on a Monday night.
I heard all the strip clubs
And
there.
Willie sat down, and they knew Willie there. And I was like, oh, this is weird. So Willie went to the ATM. He gave us each $1,000.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's
Very nice. I was like, this is uncomfortable. And so this lady came over. She's like, what do you want to eat? Willie's like, I want the King's platter. We're like, the King's platter? It wasn't even on the menu. It was a seafood tower, taller than Za, filled with just lobster and oysters and all this shit, and Willie's just eating it. That was one of the most wild experiences I've ever had at one of those types of places. Our car got booted. Nick Mulcahy was Nick Mulcahy.
Oh, of course, Nick Mulcahy is involved.
Oh, he was like distraught. Willie's like, it's fine.
Well, he's distraught like when a pen breaks. I can't imagine a car gets booted.
Dude, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, if you're in Providence and you want to go to this at Duncan Center
Foxy Lady.
Thursday night, I don't know what a ticket is to like get into the actual place. Like Trent, you've been to those, right? Have you been to Rough and Rowdy? No. All right. Trent's been to Rough and Rowdy. They're incredible.
That's a night with the boys right
it
there.
out.
Rough and Rowdy and the Foxy Lady.
Yeah.
That's a night.
That Barstool Aftershow at the Foxy Lady.
Yes.
And the ring girls just go straight from there to there. It's not even a far
Exactly.
trip.
It's true.
gonna be awesome.
Also, tomorrow, the premiere of Barstool Radio with Nate.
That's
I will
right.
be on this show with him, I believe.
Dog Pound Radio?
I believe so. I
Nice.
have no idea what to expect. It's going to be kind of a mishmash. I think, John, you're going to be on the show too, right?
Yeah, I'm
We
told I'm going
believe?
to be on the show.
Where's Nate? Is Nate Dogg here?
Is Nate here?
Everyone.
No, I have not.
I haven't been.
Yeah,
I saw him a second ago over there.
You know, he's good. So yeah, it's a big day tomorrow for Nate. I'm kind of interested and excited to see.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it could be. I mean,
Could be anything.
It could be anything. It could be wild. Definitely worth watching.
You might need a dump button.
He's putting a lot of thought into it. He floated the idea to me that I'm getting squeezed out of my days on radio. So he's trying to get me to jump ship to a Friday. I'll jump any ship. I don't care. Whoever wants me, I'll take.
I don't know why it has to be like a if or I think can't you
Dog
be on
tour?
both? Like can't you?
Yeah,
I don't.
I do either. I just
Of
go
course.
wherever I'm needed. I'll go. I'm not picky about that.
We're exactly the same.
I'm rooting for Nate. I think Nate. I think the show's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the rate. I sound like a politician here, but I think the radio with Kelly and Francis is great. I think this is going to be bizarre and weird and great.
Yeah.
Which one do you think will be better? I think
I think if you're doing it every day, you
I-
have to have Kelly and Francis like that.
Yeah.
That balance.
Very different types of programs.
But I think for the chaos, if you want chaos, you're gonna like Nate Radio.
And I'll tell you right now, Nate's definitely losing sleep about this. He's been thinking about this every minute of every day. Where is
He texted me on Sunday. He says, "I can't wait for Barstool Friday,
Ah,
Barstool Radio Friday."
It's gonna be a party.
Excited.
I'm so pumped for him.
Yeah.
He sent me some very vague texts implying that he's got something big planned. I have
Ooh,
no idea
I
what
heard
it is.
rumblings.
They're almost ominous texts, like something's going to happen tomorrow, and I have no idea what it is.
We might have to edit this out. I heard rumblings of a monologue that was being prepared, a very detailed
The
monologue.
word monologue was used.
I will say his monologue he gave or his at the award show was
show.
He's gonna do that. Then I'm all in. That was
So just a monologue every
brilliant.
Friday.
Is he calling it Dog Pound Radio?
He can call. He's whatever he wants to call it.
He's Nate Friday
He's
for
in
now.
charge.
Nate Dog Radio?
Yeah.
We're John Rich and I are just mere servants to Nate here on this. Is there anything else, guys? Oh, watch the dozen tonight. It's my team is playing Frank and the Frankettes, so check that out before Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys have?
I don't think
it.
so.
Congratulations on Jim Harbaugh.
Thank you.
Congratulations on
Just being here.
Being you.
Just being a part of the program.
and,
BuyRNR.com.
Yes, BuyRNR.com.
IronR.com.
Thanks, guys.
I'm back. I'm gonna get your ass embarrassed.
Oh, big right from leg. Body leg taking control.
I'm gonna come to beat the shit out of people, and I am gonna come to be your champion.
Acknowledge me, your new champion.
I got the belt now.
Still some badass
shit.
Can we get her some real competition, please? That was an ass whipping. Black Italian!
I'm the fucking boogeyman of the division. Anybody can get it. I'm a fucking problem.
You tell him to suck his dick, Jerry.
I didn't put a leash on your guy.
This is Rough and Rowdy. Welcome, fellas. I love it. Here they come, the bagpipes. Oh, and it's over. You can have all the bagpipes you want, but when you get caught straight in the kisser, it does not matter.
The champ is back, and the champ is here to say, let's go.
You don't need a stick when you get motherfucking hands like these, bro.
That was incredible.
Oh, this is a heavyweight fight. Oh, another big one. Oh.
This is the craziest environment we've ever had for one of these.